talk about problem solving with Venn diagrams, section G of chapter 2. And within this, all it is using what we've been doing with the shading or with numbers, and we're going to deal with the number of elements in the sets and answer some questions for a real life situation. In this case, we've got a Venn diagram alongside illustrates the number of people in a sporting club who play tennis, T, and hockey, H. Determine the number of people in the club. 15 plus 27 plus 26 plus 7. So, oh, I did put the U up there. So we add those together. 27 and 26 is 53, 60, 75. So the number of people in the universal set, because the universal set represents the whole club, is 75. The number of people who play hockey, so number of people in H. So you got to be able to interpret what they're asking and how it relates to the diagram. Well, number of people who play hockey is 27 plus 26, and I just said a second ago, that's 53. And because we're dealing with a word problem, all of a sudden units matter. So what are these elements? Well, they're people. People. So I don't just write the numbers, I have to write the units that go with it. Play both sports. How many people play both sports? Well, that would mean I want the number of people who play tennis and hockey. So these 27 play both because they're in both circles. 27 people. Play neither. So I want the number of people. They don't play T. So I want the complement of T intersecting with the complement of H. That would be that 7. That goes back to the diagram from section F that I started that section with. And then lastly, we have play at least one sport. Well, so that means one of those two sports, tennis or hockey. I want the union, tennis or hockey. That's the interesting part with this. Intersect is and, union is or, because it allows for either or. So, I can do it two ways. I can do 75 take away 7, and that will tell me how many are in those two circles, or I can just add up these three numbers. And that'll give me 68. Again, I almost forgot, people. People. Now, wow. Maybe I'll throw in one more of these questions. I'll do let's do number 4. No, that's tennis and netball. Let's do a math one, or school one, about the courses people take. So this is going to be same deal. We're going to do a basic Venn, 2 circles, universal set. So build a rectangle, circle, circle, overlapping, so they're not mutually exclusive. This is going to be question 3. And we have 30 students. 19 take physics. 17 take chemistry. 15 study both. So I'll put a P and a C and a big U for the universal set. Now, fill in my Venn before I look at the questions are. So I have 19 in physics, 17 in chem, but 15 in both. 15 in both, that's my intersection. Well, if there's 15 here, that leaves me with only 2 out here. And 4 here. Add those up from here, not from down here, because if I take the number of kids in physics and the number in chemistry, all of a sudden I'm already over 30. Well, that messes things up. 15 plus 4, 19 plus 2, 21. That means 9 don't take, of 30 students, don't take physics or chemistry. So, at least one of the subjects. So we got to answer these questions. So question A, at least one of the subjects, that means we're looking at a union. The number of students take physics or chemistry is going to be, as I just said a second ago, 21 students. Units again. B, number of students, or what are we looking for? Number of elements, physics but not chemistry. So, physics intersect, not chemistry. Well, 4. Students. If you use those examples earlier on in the chapter, it makes it a lot easier where we show where this was A intersecting not B, that kind of thing. Question C, exactly one of the subjects. Number of elements. Exactly one of the subjects. So it's exactly one of the subjects. We want the number of elements that are in physics with the number of students who are in chemistry. But now we're going to do this. Subtract the number of students who are in the intersection. So I want the number of students that are totally in here, but I don't want the ones who take 2 courses. They want 1 course only. So that's going to be 4 plus 2 to give me 6 students. And then finally D, neither subject. Well, that's down here. So the number of elements, P prime intersecting with C prime equals 9 students. Hopefully that's enough information, and that'll be the last video for chapter 2.